Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today we're gonna be working on this Predator. Yeah, somebody was probably trying to make a Predator, they make Predator, and that's it. But let's ignore the writing on the car, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but looking at this car, it is like a retro looking build, which I like, and I was just sitting and I was thinking what I can do with it, and I thought about, like old-timey movies, like science fiction movies where they stock, something that looked vaguely scientific on top of the car, and that was a build. So we're gonna go with the retro futuristic build. Yeah, a little bit inspired by the old movies, a little bit inspired by the Fallout, because this kind of fits into the Fallout universe by itself as it is. So I brought a couple of pieces which would fit into that, fantasy, a kind of, don't know, bulbous, canonish, whatever thingy, this thing, but I don't really think that they're gonna use it. And those little pieces, which are actually pieces of a different gun, but they are like a back of the gun. But what I'm thinking sticking one of those on each side. Yeah, they're gonna be like those injectors from Back to the Future, and like they have when they got the, come on, what's the name of that, the little engine on the back of the car, where they have basically a food processor and stuff like that, and that was supposed to be the engine. I loved it, but they used the food processor in there, so I was thinking about using something along this line. And I'm just, I think that something like that would be nice. So let's just start gluing and regretting our actions. I'm not really doing any sanding or anything like that, so it's probably gonna be quite fragile, just like me right now. But yeah, let's try to build it without breaking my own patience. There we go. So I have those. Don't really know what they are for. And then obviously, you need to have guns on your, on top of your lights. Yeah, that wouldn't be a classic, retro futuristic movie if there was movie prop, if there wasn't anything like that in here. So that's basically the idea, but it is something built, for that retro futuristic universe. So the curvy parts, those cars always create a challenge for me. So yeah. Come on. Nope. Why not? You can see the shiny stuff. I really need super glue accelerator. So I have a second gun, and of course we need a ray gun. Yeah, so I found this drill. Yeah, but it's not gonna be a drill, it's gonna be a ray gun. So what we need to do, we need to get two of those. They are like a brackets for whatever, I don't even know what. But it doesn't matter because they're gonna be a railgun. Raygun, not railgun. Railgun is a different technology. So they're gonna be a power sources for the ray gun made out of drill, and of course that drill gonna be a ray gun because that's how they used to look in the movies like the Forbidden Planet and stuff like that. Come on. Oh, I did allow it to stretch too much. It's not going to be holding as well as I was hoping for, but whatever. We have our ray gun. We have smaller ray guns. So we have like a big ray gun on the cannon and small ray guns. And well, this we can put it on the back here. Yeah, there is really not a flat surface to attach it to. But again, we can add this somewhere. Oh, maybe here. A little bit higher than what I was expecting it to be. But I'll just add it. This is like a mine dropper. I'm just wondering if I can put another thing on top of that. This is drawn from a pistol, but machine gun. Yeah, I think that you can attach it somewhere lower. Have like a jet exhaust on the back. Yeah, and then we have this, and I was thinking about adding it somewhere, but the body is so busy right now that it doesn't make sense to add more. Yep. So yeah, now just gonna black bomb it, and then we go from there. So I black bomb it as much as I could, but I want to keep it black and chrome. Yeah, because that would be the kind of a 60s style. So I have this chrome pen. I don't really have a proper chrome paint. I do have mithril silver and stuff like that, but it's not chrome. And this is a chrome teeny weeny. So now with the patience of a masochist, I guess, we're gonna try to paint with that, because this tip is nonsense. It's just so hard. If there was a little bit of softness, it would be like brush, but nope. It is just a very, very hard tip. So why chrome, you may ask? A reason is simple. I remember this old, like retro futuristic movies when I was young, and the cars were always, the futuristic stuff was usually covered in something shiny. I wouldn't say that it was chromed necessarily, but yeah, it was shiny. It was supposed to be visible for the enemies and for the friends and whoever else was in the crew of the heroes or the enemies, because even the villains have everything chromed. So yep, I'm trying my darnest to justify madness that I'm going through, so please bear with me. And like this drill, there is no option for me to go in between those spirals, so it's gonna be only on the top. There's gonna be a lot of this happening around. And I don't really know why did I paint the engine, since I wanted it to be chrome as well. But I guess I think that the chrome idea just came after I painted everything already black, and I was like, yeah, they're like old 60s movies. Yeah, so this is probably the most interesting part of the video, you know, watching me struggle with the Flamaster, yeah? It's, yeah, it's not very tiny. I'm gonna just stop here and come back when I have this all done. And here he is completed. Like, I have problems painting the windows with the chrome just behind those guns, well, those pieces. But yeah, this is my take on like neo-futuristic car. Yeah, something out of 60s, you know, painted in the futuristic style. I still have to find my spin table, so this is the spin table take. Yeah, but yeah, I think it is a good, fun project to try to do, you know, something that is futuristic at the same time as looking old-timey. Yep, but that's it. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, and, you know, share with everyone who wants to watch it. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.